Certainly, motor racing has always been a passion for me. It came the day where I was jumping into the car without thinking too much anymore. I'm a lucky person for doing something that I love so much, because it was quite usual for me. But then after such a long time, I haven't been into a race car, to jump back in such a nice one, like the Z4 GT3, it's quite a gift from, from the sky in reality, because this is a huge step forward in terms of performance, in terms of grip, in terms of technicality of the machine itself, in terms of the fact that the car looks so sexy. It's pretty obvious that it's a very special day in which I certainly had a lot of fun. And yeah, even the outcome, after all, it's much more encouraging than we thought we could have, you know, in consideration, as I said, that I haven't been in a race car for such a long time. As far as braking, more or less we were right from the word go. As far as controls, throttle, shifting, and clutch operations, we're going home with many answers, but certainly it would have been basically impossible to believe that everything was right from the word go. So there is a lot of work to do, but now we have a much more clear picture of what we have to develop. And I'm sure next time we come back, it'll be a huge improvement immediately. So there's no reasons why I would have to be surprised if down the road I also win a race, because I got the equipment to get the job done, because the Z4 is a great car. But to say where are we going to be from the word go, it's, I don't have the crystal ball. What I can tell you is that it's very difficult to forecast what's going to happen, but it could well be that we finish, let's say, 5th, which would be a great result, and we may end up disappointed because deep inside we know that we could have got a better result. So it's very difficult to make a plan. Let's try to stick to plan A, which is, you know, do our best. Hi everybody, welcome to my new office. Everything is very provisional. I just moved in my old furnitures, one of which is the brake pedal. Exactly the same system as I used to basically operate the brakes in the WTCC car I was driving with BMW back up until 2009. So I'm basically operating the pedal with my prosthetical leg. On the top of the pedal itself, we have this type of a second shoe, which basically traps my prosthetical foot. And just pressing down with my hip, I generate the pressure it takes to slow the car down. The steering wheel, it's a little bit more complicated, as there's a lot of electronic in this magnificent Z4 GT3. So we were able basically to install all the controls around the steering wheel and into the steering wheel. This on the left-hand side, this big butterfly, is the throttle mechanism. I have a second mechanism on the right-hand side, because whenever I go to a very tight left-hander corner, I basically find myself with my arms in this position, and it would be very tough therefore to reach the pedal with the fingers of my left hand. So we have a second mechanism. The gear shift, it's basically controlled with another butterfly or pedal, you want to call it. On the right-hand side of the steering wheel, basically pulling this lever, I upshift, and sticking my fingers inside and pushing towards the front of the car, I downshift.
Das ist eine Position von da außen, die ich